too.
Hi, my name is Ashley Goodwin, and today I'm going to teach a lesson on diagramming sentences. Diagramming sentences is a great way to find parts of a sentence. It is also a great way to find nouns, pronouns, verbs, and other parts of speech. Our first sentence is going to be about Becky Thatcher, and she wore 2 long braids. So right here we have the sentence diagram, which includes a subject, verb, a direct object, and adjectives. So, the first thing you want to do is find the subject in your sentence. Becky Thatcher wore 2 long braids. Becky Thatcher is the one who is wearing the braids, so she is going to be the subject. So we're going to underline Becky Thatcher and place her at the beginning of the diagram. After you find the subject, the next thing you want to find is the verb. So, what is Becky Thatcher doing? She's wearing 2 long braids. She wore them. So the verb is going to be wore. And the verb is going to go in the verb spot, which is directly to the right of your subject. So Becky Thatcher wore. Well, what did she wear? She wore braids. So, you're going to take what she wore, which are the braids, and that's going to be the direct object. And the direct object always goes directly to the right of the verb with only a halfway line to separate them. So she wore braids. It describes what kind of braids she wore. She wore 2 long braids. So those are going to be the adjectives that modify the direct object. So long and 2 modify braids. So she wore 2 long braids. So those will go directly underneath the direct object. And now you can reread the sentence as Becky Thatcher wore 2 long braids. That's the first sentence. The second sentence we're going to do is Tom's little brother discovered the black thread. Okay, so your subject is going to be brother. So when you find your subject, you're going to underline it 1 time and place it in the subject portion of the diagram. So brother is your subject. Then you're going to find your verb. Always after you find your subject, you make sure to find your verb. So your verb is going to be, what was the brother doing? Well, the brother discovered the black thread. So if he discovered it, it's going to be the verb, and it's going to go right after the subject. Okay, so now we have the subject and the verb of the sentence, and now we're going to look for the direct object because it comes directly after the verb. So, Tom's little brother discovered the black thread. The object that he discovered was the thread. So then, we're going to place thread right here, like we did in the last sentence, because thread is the direct object. Now that we've found the subject, the verb, and the direct object, we're going to find the modifiers of them. So there are going to be 2 modifiers of the subject, which are Tom's and little, because Tom's brother and little brother, they both describe brother. So Tom's, little, sense. So now that we have that and our verb discovered, thread. Thread is also being modified by an adjective, by two adjectives, the and black. So the thread and black thread both modify thread. So the will go under the direct object and black will go under the direct object. Now we have our complete sentence diagrammed. It says, Tom's little brother discovered the black thread. That's our last sentence, and I used these examples from livestreamcenter.net/lessons. Thank you for your time.